Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Marchek. As chairperson of the Property and Facilities Committee of the Board of Trustees, I would like to welcome you to today's public meeting. This meeting has been duly advertised as a public meeting in accordance with the Sunshine Act and is therefore open to members of the public as observers. A quorum is present for the transaction of business. Participation in the meeting is limited to the members of the Property and Facilities Committee and those the committee has invited to speak. This meeting is being streamed on the university's YouTube channel and is also being recorded. The recording will be made available via the Board of Trustees website at a later date. The minutes of the May 6, 2025 public meeting of the Property and Facilities Committee were circulated in advance of today's meeting and were included in our meeting materials. May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Any comments or corrections? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. The minutes are approved. At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Dwayne Pinckney, Executive Senior Vice Chancellor for Administration and Finance and Chief Financial Officer, to introduce the real estate transaction under consideration today.
Thank you, Chairperson Marchek. Members of the committee, the University of Pittsburgh has had the good fortune of increased freshman classes and expects to accommodate a fall 2026 freshman class of approximately 5,200 students. The university has accommodated student housing needs by both adding capacity to existing buildings owned by Pitt and by entering into block leases with external landlords. By leasing student housing in blocks, Pitt has the ability to provide supportive student services. The proposed lease will add 148 new beds to our student housing inventory. So in accordance with the Property and Facilities Committee charter, this committee has the authority to approve the proposed lease, and full board approval is not required. And of course, you all have seen the resolution in your packets. Chairperson Marchek, that's the recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Pinckney. Are there any questions? Chairperson, or I'm used to calling you Chairperson Verchetti, but Trustee Verchetti?
Thank you, Chairperson Marchek. In reviewing the information, 245 Melwood, I have an idea where that's at, probably about 3/4 of a mile from Cathedral Learning. When I think about the integrating this property into the campus busing system, safety, I'm not sure, I'm trying to think of what else we might have in that neighborhood, and just the student experience as a whole. Can you speak to how we are going to work to integrate this property into Pitt?
Yes, thank you, Trustee Verchetti. That's an excellent question. And as with all of our block leases, we work closely with public safety to support our all residential buildings. And this building, the Wellington, is less than, as you indicated, less than 3/4 of a mile from the Cathedral of Learning, and less than a half a mile from three of our other large residential buildings. So it makes it relatively walkable and accessible to shuttle and city transit routes. So the building will feature similar furniture to our other apartment style housing. It'll have secure entry and in-building laundry. We also partner very closely with Student Affairs to make sure that the programming that students have in our residence halls will be available to these students as well. Residents in the Wellington will have the same safety, convenience, and community support as other Pitt housing locations.
I follow up to that question as well. The three other properties, I think we have 300 Dithridge would be one of those. Is that correct?
That's correct.
What would be the other two? I'm just trying to.
Yeah, Matthew, I think Pennsylvania.
The other two are Center Plaza is within walking distance. Ruskin is within walking distance
Okay.
as well. They're very close.
And for people to know that it is Pitt's property, we have an agreement with the landlord, you know, for pit signage and
Yes.
We will be able to make sure that it has appropriate pit branding and so that our students really feel like it's part of our community.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other?
Mr. Chairman, question.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
had
Good. Salisa Barrett?
Okay, thank you. I had a question regarding the lease. So it's 5 years with a 5-year renewal option. How are we determining the criterion to really move forward with the renewal?
Thank you, Trustee Barry. And so the 5-year initial term, and you're absolutely right. And we have a renewal option. We will be making that determination around the option and whether to exercise that option based on, we'll be assessing occupancy rates, obviously, and we'll also be monitoring and evaluating student satisfaction, the financial performance on that lease. Will ensure that the renewal decision remains a strategic decision and that it will be aligned with the needs of students and consistent with the campus master plan for residential housing.
Thank you.
Chairperson Urbanek?
Thank you, Chairman Marchek. A question for Mr. Stern, because I think it's the fundamental concern for all of us in terms of one, quality of our student housing and delivering on the experience that our students deserve and expect here. And two, in pricing fairness model, if you will. There's been some confusion from time to time, I think, out in the public as we've gone outside of campus-owned housing on this topic. And I wonder if you could just speak to those two items quickly for us.
Certainly. So from a pricing standpoint, we look at our product and like product across campus. So apartment style, a single would be priced consistently or similar, whether it's Ruskin or Bouquet. If it's a double, again, we look at it for apartment style, whether it's a 1-bedroom, whether it's a studio style apartment. So we really make sure that our block leases are consistent with the rest of our portfolio on campus. And I apologize, the other
question was really an amenity, if you will, question. Quality of the housing product itself versus what might otherwise be experienced in university-owned housing.
Yeah, we're fortunate with this building. They're just coming off a major 2-year renovation. And so we know that particularly our upper class students, apartment style housing is very attractive. And this will provide us 81 apartment style units with 148 beds. So we feel that it'll really align well with our students' needs.
Thank you. Any other questions? All right. May I have a motion to approve the lease of the units in Wellington Apartments as described by Dr. Pinckney and in the resolution included in our meeting materials?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Any further questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you. The resolution is approved. Is there any additional business to be brought before the committee? Hearing none, the public meeting stands adjourned. Thank you.